Neo's got fucking new support, bro. That is amazing. What's going on, everyone? So, in today's video, I'm gonna bring you guys a little mini discussion talking about the new Neo's Fusion archetype. It's insane. Konami just dropped a bombshell over the past few days, giving us new Elemental Hero Neo support and this Neo Spacian support in general, bro. So, I'm gonna shoot straight into it, give you guys my breakdown of each card in detail, and then closing out the video a little bit of discussion of how Konami is handling Yu-Gi-Oh for the better. Alright, let's get into it. Without further ado, let's begin.
Ice on my wrist, looking kinda cool. Bad bitch with me, she ain't tryna move. Niggas staring at me, what you tryna do? Got me looking at my watch, and it's time to do.
Alright, y'all, so to start off my thoughts about these new Neo Spacian cards, I'm going to start off with the Neo Space Connector. Apparently it's like almost the cover card of Savage Strike, or it's the first one they revealed rather. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one Neo Spacian monster or one Elemental Hero Neos from your hand or deck in defense position. So off back, that card is insane. Just the fact that you get two monsters to the board is really good. In decks like Goki, it starts your combos. It's one card ISO. It's pretty much tour guided a freaking underworld, which is huge. Let's look at the Neo Spacians it can bring out. It can bring out Black Panther that can negate effects. It can bring out the Flare Scarab. It brings out all of them. I like it. Second effect, you contribute this card. Target one Neo Spacian monster or one Elemental Hero Neos in your graveyard. Special summon that target in defense position. Now, I like the part as well, you know, tribute himself. The only thing I don't like about this card, though, is the fact that he only gets his effect off of normal summon, which I believe if you're able to do things like summon a monk into the field and get his effect, it would have been 10 times more insane and borderline overpowered. Now, one thing I also want to mention as well that I do not like about the card is the simple fact that he's not named Elemental Hero Neos. Now, I always said Neos, Spacians, the deck in general, needed a way to spam monsters to the board, and this is Konami's answer to that. But the card that allows them to spam to the board should be a trigger to allow them to do their effects. I mean, you look at other decks like Gladiator Beast that allows you to do this with the Test Tiger. You know, there's a lot of decks that do something similar to that, so I wish Neo Spacians would have got that type of effect. But you know, beggars can be choosers, and this is pretty solid for what it's supposed to do for the deck, which is add you more consistency to the game. So yeah, even more Neo support. Now this is where the stuff starts to get freaking insane, and I'm so excited for it, man. Like, you guys have no idea. Elemental Hero Brave Neos, 2500 attack, 2000 defense. Materials, one Elemental Hero Neos plus one level 4 or lower effect monster. So you can pretty much bring them out with anything. You can even run this in Masked Heroes if you want it. Effect number 1, gains 100 attack for each Neo Spacian and Hero monster in your graveyard. Effect number 2, when this card destroys a monster by battle, you can add one spell/trap card that specifically lists the card name Elemental Heroes Neos from your deck to your hand. Similar to how Dark Magicians have a lot of their cards that state, hey, you can add a Dark Magician card from your deck to your hand, or a card from your deck to your hand that specifically lists Dark Magician in its effect text. That's insane. Now, offhand, you guys probably thinking, well, Chris, that effect's not that good, you know. He's just only adding a spell or trap to your deck. Yeah, you can get your Miracle, Contact, Fusion, and all your other Neo stuff, but what new can you get? Wait and see, guys, wait and see. Next Fusion. So this is, he's like, I guess, the new cream to the deck. And remember, we just got a Neo Spacian 10 as well, so Elemental Hero Cosmos Neos. Level 11, Light Warrior Effect Monster, 3500 attack, 3000 defense. He got a big booty. Materials, one Elemental Hero Neos plus 3 Neo Spacian monsters with different names. You're hardly ever gonna bring this guy out, but when you do, it's GG no read. If this card is special summoned from the extra deck, you can activate this card effect. Your opponent can not activate effects on the field or for the rest of this turn. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation. Effect number 2. Now this is where it gets good. Once per turn during the end phase, shuffle this into the deck, and if you do, destroy all cards your opponent controls. Insert meme of everyone jumping back. This is really freaking good because you bring them out, blow up the entire board, and start spamming your opponent attack for game with your other Neo Spacian monsters, specifically the one that allows you to be a 6,000 on summon. Now, offhand, prior to the new Spell and Trap for Neo Spacians being released, those two cards don't seem that broken, right? Watch this. Neo's Fusion. Normal spell card. Special summon from the extra deck. One fusion monster that lists exactly 2 fusion materials, including Elemental Hero Neos, by sending its fusion materials from your hand, deck, or field to the graveyard. Bruh. Ignoring its summoning conditions. Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn. Okay, fair enough. You know they don't want you to just be spamming out, but it's a shout-out fusion. I'm not tripping, it's a freaking shout-out fusion. Effect number 2. If a monster you control that lists Elemental Hero Neos as a fusion material will be destroyed battle or card effect, or return to the extra deck by its own effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. Nigga, broken. Completely broken. Pick up Neo's cards now, guys. Pick up Neo's cards now. When Savage Strike come out, that card alone makes it that good. Off back. Really good. Really consistent. I guarantee you this deck is going to be topping regionals and YCSs. Off back for sure. Next, now it gets even nuttier, guys. It gets even nuttier. Neo Space Extension. You got the whole group squadding up right here. Okay. Hashtag Jaden best character. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. So you can only activate it once per turn. Fair enough. If you control no cards, you can activate this from your hand. Okay. Okay. Effect. Special summon any number of Neo Spacian monsters and Elemental Heroes Neos with different names from your hand or graveyard in defense position, but their effects are negated. Also, while any of them are face up in your field, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except fusion monsters. Fair enough, because they don't want you link spamming. But when I say that's broken, that's broken. Okay, let's start off. You're playing a Neo deck, right? Or any budget rogue Yu-Gi-Oh deck for that matter. The biggest problem you're going to always have if your opponent killing you with things like Regaki, just wiping your field, and thinking they're about to attack for game. Guess again, nigga. Neo Space Extension. Special summon my whole graveyard back to the field. Guess what? I got defense. Oh, it's my turn. I draw. You board wiped me last turn and passed. Play extension from my hand. Special summon my Neo Spacian monsters out. Bring out my new. Hold on. Elemental Hero Cosmos Neos. You can't negate him when he comes to the field because it says you can activate this effect. Your opponent cannot activate effects on the field for the rest of the turn. Your opponent can activate effects or cards in response to this effect's activation. So you bring them out, they can't stop them. Then you can be like, okay, you dicked on me, in my turn, I'm gonna dick on you. Shuffle everything back to the deck. That's insane. Oh, it gets even other. You can also bring out your new Neo's Fusion from the 10. You can also bring out, like I said, you can also bring out your new Elemental Hero from the 10. Elemental Hero Nebula Neos. Now granted, more than likely you're going to be playing Grand Mole in the deck and you're going to be playing Dark Panther because they are some of the best, arguably, Neo Spacians on the market. You can bring this guy out. Must be first be special summoned by shuffling into the deck. You already know that. If this card is special summoned from your extra deck, draw cards equal to the number of cards your opponent controls. So if they board wipe you, try to set up a board and pass, depending on what they got, you can draw yourself an entire new hand. Negate one of those monsters in their field effect, and then you can, in your turn, so you can regauge your hand, deal some damage, in your turn, shuffle them back, banish their entire field. Goki says bye-bye. So yeah, man, Neo Spacians, definitely going to be a tier 1 deck. Have that slight brick factor, but I'm pretty sure a lot of players are going to be probably making 50 card variants for they can brick a lot less. So yeah, man, see you guys in the outro. I'm very excited for this archetype. Definitely going to be a tier 1 deck for sure, man. Definitely going to be tier 1. Good freaking job, Konami. Good job. Y'all, so I did say I was going to bring you guys a little mini discussion talking about how Konami is going to handle the how Konami is handling Yu-Gi-Oh for the better, pretty much. I think they're doing a bang-up job. The 200th YCS was a excellent idea. You know, back in 2012, we had the 150th YCS, over 6,000 people, one of the biggest card game events in history. Well, the 200th YCS this past weekend gathered across the world, from Mexico to Europe to the United States, at least about 7,000 people, and that's not including the people that was actually not playing, but that was just spectating the event. That's insane. So I think Konami's doing a bang-up job with Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, giving us a lot of this good legacy support. I still want to see more masked hero-specific support, but you know, we did get Stratos back, and a lot of these support cards for heroes and warrior decks in general can intertwine between the max hero archetype. But you know, just decks like Harpies, I'm saying, getting support. Decks like Heroes, Cyber Dragons, Nordics. Hell, even for a lot of you new school players, decks like, you know, the PK decks, the Phantom Knight decks. I love the fact that Konami is bringing these decks back in the full light. I think they realized by making the Link monsters, it kind of turned a lot of players off from the game by forcing Master Rule 4 on us, but by giving us a lot of good support for our archetypes we used to love back in the day, like the Heroes and the Cyber Dragons, etc. They knew that we were going to be a lot happier with how they're going to handle things, and then moving forward, we can bring the company back into good faith with us, because you know, Konami's been pissing us off for a while now, giving us little to no ban list days, unhealthy formats. I mean, the current ban lists we're under arguably didn't do much anyway. For the most part, I'm very happily how they're handling Yu-Gi-Oh! And moving forward, I can't wait to see what they have in store for us, man. So yeah, once again, post your thoughts and opinions about the new Neo support in the comment section down below. And do you guys think Konami's handling Yu-Gi-Oh! Properly? I really think they are as well. Also, post your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you haven't. This is InnovationYGO, bringing you guys an awesome Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, and I'm signing out. Peace.